Let's get the further reaction to what we've heard in the spending review. Joining me now live on LBC News is Miatta Fahnbulleh, who's the Chief Executive of the New Economics Foundation. We always knew there was going to be a big hit, right?
We did. And for me, look, that's the big takeaway from this. The economy contracting by 11%. It's been confirmed now. Sharpest contraction for 300 years. But it's not just a number. That translates into people's livelihoods, into their incomes, into their jobs. And there is big squeeze being felt across the country that the headline numbers are reflecting.
There was a lot of talk, though, as well, of infrastructure projects, a new infrastructure bank in the north of England, lots of discussion about levelling up.
Definitely. So, look, I think there were some positive things. I think the ambition to level up, the 4 billion levelling up fund are good things. But, you know, the key question, I think, for this spending round is, given the scale of the economic crisis, the Chancellor himself set out, did he do enough? And for me, he didn't go far enough on either protecting incomes. So, you know, for example, there was no mention of social security. We know that people have lost their jobs. We know that people are falling through the cracks of government schemes and have been excluded. And yet there was nothing. You know, we think they should have been talking about a £227 a week income guarantee to ensure that everyone that needs it has enough to be able to survive this winter. But critically, the way that we get through the hit in terms of unemployment is to create jobs. And we needed a much, much bigger fiscal stimulus. So yes, he talked about numbers, some of which are kind of spending that would last over multiple years. You know, we needed big numbers now to unlock jobs in the next 18 months.
He did also talk about, though, the £3 billion investment, the new restart scheme for about 1 million people who've been unemployed for over a year. That is getting people back into work, isn't it?
It is, and the scheme is good, and I think it's a kind of follow-up from the work programme. And what it will do is provide people with one-to-one support and hopefully placement to get it into those jobs. We need to see the detail and see whether it's enough to get the numbers of people that we need. But critically, you need people to have jobs to go to. And in a world where the private sector is still struggling, the government's going to have to stimulate. So I come back to, you know, if they'd been talking about investing 28 billion in green infrastructure in the next year, that would have unlocked 400,000 jobs that we could then retrain people to get into. The same with social infrastructure. That's the soft stuff, care, public health, our teachers. And if they had invested 18 billion, again, straight away, that would have unlocked 700,000 jobs for people to get into in the next 18 months. So it's fine to retrain. We need to create the jobs for people to move into.